This video is not sponsored in any way by IK or by anyone else. IK have got no idea I'm doing it, so it's a completely honest first impressions view of this new update. The new TONEX update has just arrived. I've just downloaded the thing. I'm covered in paint. I've just been painting and drop what I'm doing so I can come and have a listen to this and have a tinker with it and play with it. So if you do fancy finishing painting my cabinets for me, let me know. But let's have a look at it. I'm using for my sounds, I'm using the X88 pack from Big Hairy Guitars. Definitely recommend that one. Oh, and apologies for the slightly shambolic video you're about to see, but this is what happens when a new update comes along and you're really a little bit overexcited about it and want to get a video out straight away. Let's have a look at the layout. The layout is slightly different. I like the new icons. We've got amps and things like that. We've got the modulation block here, compression and the noise gate. We've got new little icons there. Got the delay there, the reverb there. Okay, so it's all very exciting. Let's have a look at the reverb first. I've been tinkering, so that's already on. Let's find the reverb. There's a reverb, and we've got a new Spring Reverb in there, which sounds... Let's just whop it up so you can hear it properly. So this is the reverb. Okay, now back down to sensible levels, obviously. Let's see what the colour does. Whop it all the way up. And then all the way down. Yeah, it's quite subtle. It does. Let's just whop the mix all the way up. If I turn the mix all the way up, you can actually hear the reverbs and things. Yeah, so it just mellows it a little bit. Pre-delay, well, that's how soon the delay starts. Pre-delay, that's how soon the reverb starts. So, if we move that back a little bit and play some notes in the right key. That gives you a little bit of separation from it. Usually you don't want a lot of that. Hear what happens? So it moves the start of the delay back, and it's nice to have some, but not too much. Let's bring the mix down to somewhere. Yeah, it's all right. It's not an ambient reverb. It's just a nice little spring. For the purposes of this, I'm going to stick my favourite one on, which is the play. Let's have a look at the modulations. So we've got chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger, and rotary, which I'm assuming is a Leslie. Right, chorus. Let's see what these are. These stock settings, or have I messed about with them? Okay, so that's a fairly classic chorus setting where you just do that, isn't it? Let's try it. It'd be better if I turn it on, wouldn't it? Now it is chorus, so I can go pre or post. So it's pre there, listen to this. And then post, it wouldn't make a huge amount of difference when it's clean, but... Yep, single... Yeah, that's a nice chorus. You see what I did there? I nicked the studio rat's chord. Cheers, lads. Yep, my fat fingers will let me play properly. So yeah, that's the chorus. That's a nice little chorus. What's it like on a crunchy sound? We don't want anything mega. Feel that right down, what happens? Yeah, that's trying to sort of more sensible sound. So you can do your... and then whop your volume down. Etc, etc. So that's yeah, nice chorus. I'm wondering if these are based on the ones on the choruses and things from Amplitude. I'm guessing they probably are, but that's, to me, sounds like a Boss CE2. It really does. But yeah, nice chorus. Let's try Tremolo. We can go fast. Go really fast. What's shape do? Oh, okay. So that's making it more of a square wave than a sine wave, isn't it? That's quite useful, I like that. Yep, that's going to have its uses. Spread. Whoa, that's going just bouncing left and right. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Let's try that shape all the way up. Hang on. What we are? Let's try this. I need to control that with a foot controller, but that's cool. You can do all sorts of things with that. I like that. And obviously the level's good. Oh, if we warp the level, what will that do? Turn it on. That's quite a brutal bouncy left-righty thing. Let's try that silly game one. These things have got MIDI control as well, so you can assign a MIDI controller to each of these parameters. So if you assign a MIDI controller to the spread or the shape or the rate of this thing, you can then control that with a foot, and you can do all sorts of really cool effects with that. That I'm surprised at that. I didn't think I'd be impressed with the tremolo or find much use for it, but that, yeah, that's quite cool. Genuinely quite surprised and impressed with that. Phaser. Well, we know what phaser does, but let's just see. Let's stick it on a crunch. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite cool. Let's try it clean. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Am I in that camera shot? Play with the depth. Oh, I like that. That's really swirly. I hope you're listening in stereo because that's really swirly. That's nice, yeah. You know what? I'm genuinely a lot more impressed with these effects than I thought I would be. I thought they would be just a chuck it in kind of thing, but yeah, good. Yeah, not bad. Let's not play that before we get nicked. Depth. What does that do? How far down? Right, Right, Nuno Betancourt trick. End of a song, you play your last chord. On your last chord, you hit that. And it sounds great. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Flanger and Rotary. A normal Leslie, you've got 2 speeds. It's got slow and it's got fast. So let's just stick it in the middle there. Ish. Right, let's see what radius does. It's like a depth kind of thing, isn't it? Speed. Or spread, sorry. That's going left and right. It's as if you've got your 2 microphones on the Leslie speaker and you've put them further apart like that. That's cool. Let's swap the level up, just see how far we can go with it. Yep, not very subtle set like that, but we'll make it subtle. How about pre? All these things are better post, aren't they? Yeah, that's great. Right, I'm going to go back to... In fact, we'll just turn that off for now. Let's have a look at the delays. Digital delay and tape delay. So we've got 2. Okay. Oh, and then 2 variations of each. So we've got... Yeah, 2 variations of each. Let's just go with the digital first. Normal as opposed to... Yeah, they haven't set that too max. It's my pet hate, you know, when you turn on an effect in something and it's just way over the top and you've got to go straight in and peeling everything back to make it usable. But straight out of the box, they're pretty usable. Time, here's a curious thing. On time, is there a way of setting that to BPM? And what's sync do? It does exactly that. So we can set it to that, and there must be a way of getting a tap tempo in there somewhere. Or maybe you need an external pedal. I'll find out. So. Normal delay and ping pong. Okay, let's try it on a lead sound. Oh, let's put a noise gate on. That's better. Let's try tape delay. Okay, the difference, if you don't know, the difference between digital delay and tape delay is the repeats that change, okay? With a digital delay, each one is an exact copy of the first signal, the first sound. With a tape delay, just like you record on a well, it's a real tape, each copy degrades. So subsequent echoes sound a bit more shit and you'll lose top end on it. There's not a lot of control on this delay. Usually you can control how much that degrades by, and then often you get a modulation in there as well. We haven't got that, but we've got a, you know, good solid delay. Let's go mad and see if we can get a bit 80s going. Right, we've got everything on, we've got a delay on, we've got chorus on, we've got a reverb on, and we've got a big hairy lead sound. Let's just do like a Revenge of Luke. Right, killer question. Could you do a gig with just this? Well, Yeah, you absolutely can. You've got a 3-channel amp effectively, and then you've got effects on top of that. You need to switch between them, but you can use 2 together to move you up and down a bank, so that's possible. What I need, if I'm gigging all the basics that I use, 3 sounds, clean, crunch and lead, and then maybe it's a bit of chorus. Adding a tap tempo to the delay somehow would be a big advantage. And if you want some fancy effects, you can add an HX stomp as well. And you don't even need to MIDI them all up. You could have this after it, doing all of your heavy lifting on your fancy effects. You might want to put it in the loop of the HX stomp and have a couple of pedals that are a drive and then a couple of pedals that are some other things. What you do have to watch out for is that this does not do seamless switching. So if you're changing presets, this will change, but it'll drop out for a little bit, whereas the TONEX doesn't drop out and it is seamless. Maybe just set this up with 3 effects, or use one of these and give yourself 5 effects that you can turn on and off. Or you could use 3 snapshots, which will give you multiple effects you can turn on and off. And then you've got quite a versatile rig. You could put the TONEX in the effects loop, so you could have a couple of drives in front of it, and then you could have other things behind it. If you want to go all the way and MIDI it up, then yeah, great, do that as well. The other thing I was thinking would be to use something like this. This is an ancient MIDI controller, and all it does is program change. However, if you're going to hook this to the TONEX, you've got 5 sounds, and then you can move up and down banks. And with the TONEX being seamless switching, you actually get quite a lot of things going on with just this. Or you could use something like that if you want to save a bit of space. You could even be really crafty and program this so that that is the first bank of your TONEX, that's the second, that's the third, and that's the fourth. So you're using this to give you different setups of 3 sounds on your TONEX and a bank on each one. That would give you 4 times 3, which is 12 sounds. The other thing you could do is you could use this, and you could use SysX controllers on this to turn on and off different things on the TONEX. So for instance, you might make that one your chorus, and you might make that one a different delay, you might make that one your flanger, etc, etc. You will need to sort of deep dive into SysX to do it, but there's probably another video in there for me doing that. But that's another possibility. So the ways you can use this thing are quite broad, if you like. So conclusions, is the update any good? Well, yeah, it's great. It's really good. Who would have thought when this thing came out a year and a bit ago that it could do all these extra things? All this processing power has been sort of hidden from us, if you like. It came out, it was just a capture thing with a reverb and a compressor. And now we're finding out it can do a lot of other things as well. I'm just wondering how much more power it's got and what other things are going to be stuffed into the box in future. And is this a precursor to a bigger IK Multimedia floorboard kind of deal? And is this a precursor to an IK Multimedia version of something like the Quad Cortex or the Kemper? Interesting times. But in the meantime, there's a video, might be another one there, I don't know. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe and have a look at one of these other videos there, and there will be lots more stuff coming along about TONEX and possibly the new updates as well. Remember, this is just the first impressions. So, okay, see you in the next video. Cheers! Oh, don't forget, like and subscribe.